Hi, everybody. Welcome to Inside LP. We got some of the team members here. We got Doobie, Alex, Jeremiah, Mac, and the other side of Tony. And we're just going to go around, talk about what we're working on, what the LP team is focused on for the day, and share a little bit about what's happening. So we're going to take it away with our executive editorial director, Kyle Burbank, with some late breaking news.
Yeah, so obviously this afternoon, EPCOT opened to guests officially for the first time. And as part of that, the EPCOT Experience attraction, which gives you a preview of all the things we're doing at the park, debuted, and people noticed that a couple of parts were missing. So we've reached out to Disney, and they actually gave us this statement. It says, as with most businesses during this period, we are further evaluating long-term project plans. The decision was made to postpone development of the Mary Poppins-inspired attraction and Spaceship Earth at this time. So if you didn't already know, there was going to be a Mary Poppins-inspired attraction coming to the UK Pavilion at Epcot, and then a major overhaul for the classic Spaceship Earth attraction. Both of those, they say they're postponing development. They may happen. We don't know. Obviously, work hasn't been done. Physical work hasn't been done on either of those attractions. So they're a little bit easier to cut than some of the ones that are already in physical development, like Ratatouille and the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. It was great to get a statement from Disney, because this is really the first announcement of anything that's been officially cut or postponed until because of COVID-19, right?
Yeah, as far as we've heard, there might be other projects further down the line that we'll get glimpses of, but for now, this is the first one that's been made public.
Okay, well, with that, why don't we take it over to someone who is actually at Epcot, and Jeremiah. So they're changing things at Epcot, huh? Oh, geez, you're on a ride.
So not only am I at Epcot, I am currently on the Imagination Pavilion. So this is a horrible idea to do right now.
5 human senses can help capture your imagination. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah. So while we wait for Jeremiah to get off the attraction, why don't we head over to Alex? Now. And we had an exclusive. It was just unveiled to the public. What's going on over there?
Yeah, Disney Plus partnered with us to kind of release the news about a new Disney Plus exclusive series coming August 14th. It's actually the 3rd season of a National Geographic program called Weird But True. It's based on a very popular series of books for kids. Basically, it's kind of science exploration. The hosts of the show, there's a new co-host for this new season, but everything kind of has a handmade aesthetic, so it almost feels like the most fun day at school possible. The hosts are professional children's educators and entertainers. And so I really like the kind of look and the feel of the show. They're very kid friendly, but like I find myself learning a lot from it too. And I think this is great news for parents. There's already 2 seasons already streaming on Disney Plus, but the fact that a 3rd season is coming out, it gives you opportunities as a parent trying to educate your kids at home, because we don't really know what's going on with schools in the fall. Gives you an opportunity to take about a 20-minute break, let the kids watch something that's educational. Kids love screen time. And as I said, parents will probably learn stuff too. You know, it's amazing how much we forget from when we were in school. Also, new scientific discoveries have happened since then. And part of the announcement included 2 of the topics. Each episode has a themed topic that they further explore. So one of them is going to be about hunting dinosaur fossils, and another one is going to be about how airplanes fly. And the show always has kind of a field trip component to it. Kind of reminds me of Magic School Bus, because they really go all over the place. But you can expect that they're going to be digging up dinosaur fossils in that episode. I would imagine they're going to be flying airplanes in the airplane episode. And I definitely recommend checking it out. Again, even if you're not a parent, it's just a really fun show. It's definitely aimed at kids, but there's something to learn in there for everybody, and they do it in a really fun way. It's fitting that Jeremiah is at Epcot, because it's basically Epcot brand edutainment. It kind of feels like a show that you would stumble into back in the day at Interventions. But that's coming August 14th for the new season. You can stream seasons 1 and 2 on Disney Plus right now.
Thanks, Alex. So we're going to head back into the park with someone who didn't get on a ride, with Tony.
Did I not get on a ride because I couldn't get a virtual queue pass, or am I just walking around? Is it my own choice? I don't know.
Oh, could you not get a virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance?
So, I did not. At 1 o'clock, I tried to get the virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance, and they were gone at the 1 o'clock drop by 1:01 and 45 seconds.
Wow.
So the new staggered system works just as well as it used to.
So today's the first day Disney's Hollywood Studios has reopened to the public. So you want to take us on a quick little jaunt down Sunset Boulevard?
Yeah. I tried switching the camera around a minute ago, and I lost you guys for a second, but I'm back. So I'm going to walk backwards, kind of. Ironically, towards Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy and the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. I don't need to see where I'm going as long as I already know where I've been. And God knows I've been on this street plenty of times.
You're good at this.
Yeah, thank you.
Jeremiah couldn't walk backwards.
Everything's similar but different. It's the same protocols pretty much everywhere. You get the plexiglass dividers where the queues are. You can kind of see over here. I'll come over here to the Anaheim produce stand. If you look down here, I don't know if you can see them, but space markings right over here. That's at gift shops. That's at restaurants. That's everywhere. It's funny. I was just talking about how I don't like showing myself. I'd rather show everybody what they want to see. Not my sweaty forehead. I was on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway earlier, and that's been having some difficulties all day. I heard Rise went down also, but all the old, like Tower of Terror here and other ones, those seem to be all reliables.
Cool. Well, thanks so much, Tony. How are the waits over at like Sunset? Do you know Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror? What they're?
I believe Rock and Roller Coaster earlier was I think a 20, and I'm walking up the tower right now. Looks like it's a 10. Yeah. When you get in, say that again.
Is it 10 or is it 13?
It's 10. I haven't seen the 13 in a very, very long time.
You know, there's a reason for that, right?
Fast Pass Plus?
No, because if it's over, if they post it over 10 minutes, it's considered a sustained wait, and it counts against their capacity issues metrics.
Oh wow, I lied, guys. They are currently posted at a 70 there.
Wow.
I know earlier when we were in there, it looked like they were only loading. You know how you split? You can go straight or to the right to go to either shaft. They definitely were doing that split, but you would still load to either 4. You just stayed in one lane. But you skip the pre-show in both here and in Rock and Roller Coaster. You just walk right through it. So if you're a fan of story and that kind of level of immersion that you might know from a Disney park, now is definitely not the time to come visit.
Cool. Well, thanks, Tony. Have fun at the park today. We are going to now take it over to Mike, who is fresh off of recording his latest episode of Who's the Boss?
Yep, just wrapped it up. What's that?
Who's your guest?
Oh, I had a great guest this week. Her name is Trisha Barr, and she's been a big part of the Star Wars fan community for years and years and has contributed a bunch to StarWars.com, and she's written and co-written a few Star Wars reference books and stuff. And I really felt like I could talk to her for hours and hours. I was almost sad that the podcast had to end, but she was a great guest. I'm really looking forward to people hearing this one.
So what else are you working on?
I just published a review of the book Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, A Traveler's Guide to Batuu. And I keep saying A, though there's no A in the title. I had to go back and edit that word out of my review. It's just Traveler's Guide to Batuu, and it comes out on Tuesday in hardcover form. It's already available in digital form, and it's just like an in-universe guide to Black Spire Outposts. And I think people are going to really enjoy this. It's a good gift to anybody if they're going to visit Galaxy's Edge. They'll have this. They can like find out all the things that they're going to see and all the characters they're going to meet while they're there, and they'll be prepared for their visit. And I'm sure they're also probably going to be selling it in the books or in the Jewels of Bith, which is the Black Spire like souvenir shop in the market in Galaxy's Edge. Plus, I'm going to be interviewing the author of that book tomorrow, and that interview will play as part of our live stream event, the all-day live stream event we're doing for the 65th birthday of Disneyland on Friday, which is July 17th. And it will also be included in my podcast, my Star Wars podcast, Who's the Boss, a Star Wars podcast from laughingplace.com in a future episode. What else is going on?
I think that's enough for Mike. You got a lot. But we're going to take it to, now that Jeremiah has realized that the ride is not the place to best broadcast from, we're going to go back to EPCOT with the late breaking news today on its first day reopened to the public. How's everything over at the experimental prototype community of tomorrow?
It's lots of fun. I just got off Journey into Imagination, which was quite enjoyable. Sorry about that hiccup. I was hoping to do that but then it moved longer than the 30 minutes that they said. The park is really nice. I mean, we did a live stream earlier, so if you want to catch up on some of the overall park, take a walk with me through EPCOT. You can see that on YouTube and on our Facebook. Right now, everything is going pretty good. I believe you were talking with Kyle earlier regarding the Mary Poppins and Spaceship Earth news, Benji?
Yeah, we were.
Okay, yes. We just put that article up. I also just put up the newly edited video and display that's in the EPCOT experience. So if you guys want to check that out, it's on our YouTube, and I believe the link was added to our actual story. Other than that, everything's really nice here. Park is smooth, not any problem. Everybody's got their masks on. The taste of EPCOT food and wine is great. There's definitely some small places that I'm going to go try after I have my lunch over at the Garden Grill so I can see characters up close.
Cool. Well, thanks so much. Have fun at EPCOT. And next, we're going to go to Mac, who is going to be on a little bit later with me talking about Marvel, but he's going to give you a little preview of the biggest Marvel event to happen since COVID-19. There you go.
Finally here, right?
Yeah.
It feels like we've been waiting forever for Empire, the big crossover event. It's great. The first issue just dropped today. You get all your favorite characters from the Avengers, the Fantastic Four. The Kree and Skrull empires have joined forces to create one of the strongest forces ever in the history of the Marvel Universe. And obviously, we're going to have two big superpowers going head to head here. I will say it was not quite what I expected, even with all this hype for so long. So definitely want to check that out. And like Benji said, join us later today to hear a little bit more about it.
Well, thanks so much. There always seems to be a lot of Marvel news no matter what's happening. So I appreciate you always covering it. And then finally, we'll go to our executive chairman and co-founder of Laughing Place, certainly not least, Eugene Fitzherbert Mosley.
I wish I was in Orlando, Florida. That would be nice. Hi. There we go. I'm working on this live stream we're supposed to be doing on Friday for Disneyland's birthday. We're going to be live from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time with a whole host of things celebrating Disneyland's birthday. We'll be doing a watch along of a old new Disney special on Disney Plus. We'll be debuting Mike's interview with the author of The Guide to Batuu. We'll be talking to Dave Bossert about his new Disneyland book, Disneyland 3D, a live edition of the Laughing Place podcast, a live edition of Disney Trivia Live, a live edition. By the way, these are all normally live, but they're now going to be a part of the stream of Disney Park Talk Live. So and some other fun things. I've got my top 10 favorite commercials. We're going to look back at some birthday celebrations from the past since we can't be at Disneyland this year. Really excited about this little project. We've never done anything like it. I expect it to be a complete disaster, but we're going to have fun. So please tune in for it, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. On laughingplace.com. Nope, on youtube.com/laughingplace/live. I'm sure it'll be on the banner of Laughing Place as well. Please join us. Let us know what you think about it. Participate in it, and enjoy Disneyland's birthday with us during these difficult times.
Well, thanks so much, everybody. We're working hard and covering all aspects of the Walt Disney Company, but mostly America. And
so far,
Disneyland Paris did reopen today, but we can't send anybody there at this time. So, there's that. So thanks so much. For those of you in the parks, have fun. For those of you not in the parks, have fun. We will be live with Mac at 1:30 for Marvel time. We'll talk Empire, probably a little bit of action figure news, some more comic news. So see you then. Bye, everybody.